Welcome back to the world of English exams. So today's video is going to be another topic specific vocabulary video, and this is about the environment. If you haven't watched our previous video about the topic specific vocabulary on shopping, please do click the link in the description box, and you will be able to learn the words related to shopping, and that could help you in both the writing and the speaking parts. So this vocabulary video is about the environment, and in the previous video we have requested you to give some suggestions, or if you want to know any particular topic specific vocabulary, and most of you opted for this topic environment. I definitely understand that since this is a commonly repeated topic, you wanted me to give you some words on that. We got other suggestions too, guys. Very soon we are going to make videos on that as well, so please stay tuned to our YouTube channel. So without any further delay, let's start today's video. But before I start giving you the words, I wanted you to look at some essay questions that are given in the real exam scenario. Okay, so these are practice questions related to the topic called environment. So I am picking essay questions this time, so let's look at some of them. The first one says, some people think that environmental problems are too big for individuals to solve, while others think that the government cannot solve these environmental problems unless individuals make some action. Discuss both views and give your opinion. So this question type asks you to give your opinion. Along with that, you also have to discuss both the points of view. So, and the first point of view is that some people, that is a section of individuals, have a strong belief that environmental problems are too huge, they're massive. So individuals cannot solve these problems by themselves. So it's very difficult for individuals to take an action to solve the environmental issues. So this is the belief of some individuals, whereas others believe that government also cannot solve it unless individuals coordinate with the government, unless there is a perfect coordination between the government and the individuals. It's quite difficult for one body alone, that is the government alone, to take an action against environmental problems. So this is the second belief. So what you need to do is, you need to discuss both the views here and also state your opinion. What do you think? Do you think the government can solve the issues, or do you think individuals can solve, or is it the combined action of both? So what is your opinion has to be stated in this essay. So definitely the main focus in this essay is about the environment and the problems associated with it and how to tackle them. So clearly it is very useful. I mean, this video will be very useful if you are writing an essay on this topic. Let's move ahead with the next question and try analyzing it. Pollution and other environmental damages are caused by a country developing and becoming richer. This problem cannot be avoided. To what extent do you agree? So this question type is asking the extent to which you agree to this statement, and the statement here is environmental damage such as pollution. Of course there are other damage, other ways of damage to the environment, maybe traffic or soil erosion. There are various means by which humans are polluting the environment, and here example is given as pollution. Okay, so and they are caused, that is the reason behind these issues or environmental damage basically is that a country is developing and it's becoming richer. So in order for the country to develop, these natural resources are being damaged, and that's leading to environmental damage in turn. So, and of course they say that this cannot be avoided, because automatically as the country develops, definitely it is believed that environmental problems are compulsory, they are inevitable. So do you agree to that? Do you agree that unless the environment is damaged, the country cannot progress? That's what is the question about. Do you agree, and to what extent do you agree? Which means you can completely agree, you can totally disagree, you can partially agree, partially disagree, maybe somewhat agree, somewhat disagree. So there are different extents to which you can agree, but remember that you need to justify it properly. Let's take an example. In case you agree completely to this, you must argue why environmental damage is inevitable as the country progresses with reasons. Okay, and if you are disagreeing to that, the same thing. So you need to give your opinion in the introduction and explain it, justify it in the body paragraphs before reaching to a reasoned conclusion. So that's what is this essay about. Again, the topic here is environment. Next example: developments in technology are causing environmental problems. Okay, so the topic is very clear. As technology advances, environment is getting damaged. That's it. Some think that, now again it is bifurcated, so it is a topic of debate. So some people think that the solution for this is people to adjust to a simpler life. So some people say that so it's clearly given that technology improvements in technology is leading to environmental problems. So why don't people start living an easier life, like devoid of technology, or not overusing technology? That is what some people think. While, so whenever this linker while is given, it indicates a contrast. So you need to be very clear when you are reading such questions. So while others believe that technology itself can solve these problems, obviously improvements in technology can be used in a fruitful way, in a positive way, so that environmental problems can also be tackled. That is the belief of some people. So some think that we should limit the use of technological gadgets and all that, while others are believing that by using technology itself we can tackle, we can manage these problems, we can handle these issues. So now we need to discuss both the views and give our own opinion. Again, the topic here is about the environment. Let's analyze a few more samples before going to the vocabulary. Nowadays, environmental problems are too big to be managed by individual countries. In other words, it is an international problem. So this is the statement which says that environmental damage or environmental problems cannot be handled by one country alone. So it has to be a combined action. It's a global problem, global issue. So international problem is otherwise called global issue. So to what extent do you agree or disagree? So in this case, again, you need to give your opinion clearly. You have an option to agree or disagree completely, or maybe partially as well. Let's quickly move to the next question. My main aim behind helping you with the questions is that you will understand what the topic is, so that you will choose the words accordingly. So let's see. Increasing the price of petrol is the best way to solve the growing traffic and pollution problems. Do you agree or disagree? So the statement says that by increasing the petrol prices, it is possible to solve both traffic as well as pollution problems. And that too, you need to be very careful when you are looking at the phrase the best way. Here the best way indicates that there is no better way than this to solve these problems. So you need to agree or disagree, which means you cannot partially agree in this question, because there is a conjunction that says or. Do you agree or disagree? Which means you need to take a stand whether it is complete agreement or complete disagreement. So last and final question before I move on to the words. An increase in the production of consumer goods. Guys, I hope you all know what consumer goods are, the products that we use in our day-to-day lives. Those are called consumer goods. You may also call them as consumer durables in case you're looking at products that have a long life. So an increase in the production of consumer goods is damaging the environment. So the production process of these consumer goods is leading to polluting or damaging the environment. That is the statement given. Then the question says, what are the causes behind this environmental damage? Look at the question carefully, guys. It says, what are the causes? which means it's given in the plural form, and you have to write at least about 2 causes, which means 2 reasons have to be stated for environmental damage, and how this problem can be solved. So how, and solutions. So basically it's about causes of a problem and solutions. So these are some example questions, sample questions related to the topic called environment, and in order to answer these questions you will have to learn certain words. Of course, using these words in the right context matters a lot, and I would not suggest you to memorize vocabulary lists. In fact, if you can add a few more words to this list, this is I have given this on a more generic note, which means I wanted people to learn the words, remember them, learn how to use it while writing. You can also use it for speaking, by the way. If the topic is related to environment, definitely, and if you have the relevant idea, definitely you can go ahead and use these words. So I'm going to read out the list for you, and let's see how useful it is to you. Do comment and let us know the same. So let's start with the first set of words. Species, diversity, ecological imbalance. Guys, words like these are called collocations. So collocations indicate that they are group of words which are often used together like this: ecological imbalance. So which means you can also modify it as ecological balance in case you want to write the contrasting idea to this. So ecological imbalance here means there is no balance in the ecosystem. That is what it means. So let's move to the next word: diversification, desertification, then pollutants, contaminants, plastic waste, again a collocation, consumerism, green consumerism. Now here consumerism is purchasing whatever you require. So consumerism is related to the consumers or the buyers. Green consumerism means green here indicates that it is eco-friendly. So green consumerism should be promoted, should be encouraged among people. Then biodegradable. The opposite, of course, will be non-biodegradable. Then we have conservation, endangered, vulnerable, extinct, threat of extinction. So there are various species that are currently facing the threat of extinction. That's how you can form a sentence using this phrase. Then predator, prey, flora, fauna, organic or maybe natural. Then DEBRIS. I have seen so many students mispronouncing this word. It is not debris, guys, it is debris. Please learn the pronunciation. If you already know it, well and good. Then we have global warming, which is a pressing problem. Okay, so let's move ahead with the next set of words. I hope you have made a note of this. If you have not, please pause the video here and you can take a pen and a paper and make a note of these words and use them whenever you're writing an essay relating to the topic called environment. So let's proceed. Hazardous gases, landfill, detrimental effects, dire consequences, carcinogens or cancer causing agents, then vermicomposting, then fossil fuels, then acid rains, ecological catastrophe. So this is catastrophe is something which is very negative, and that too at a big scale. Okay, so then calamities, biodiversity, disposables, renewable energy, and of course non-renewable resources as well. Then oil slick or leakage of oil on the surface of water bodies. Then we have wildlife conservation, then dumping grounds, heat waves, overcultivation, overgrazing, nutrient depletion, untreated wastes, that is waste that is not treated. Okay, then toxic emissions. Have you seen? I'm giving you some collocations here. Then urbanization, Geoparadise. Eco-unfriendly. Generally, we don't see this term, guys. We generally see eco-friendly, but eco-unfriendly is the opposite of it. For example, excessive use of plastic is eco-unfriendly, and hence it has to be avoided. So that's how you can write a sentence. If you want me to give you sentences on these words, please do let me know in the comment section, so that I can write a sentence on that. Or possibly, if you want me to make a video on how to frame sentences using the words that I am giving, please do comment and let us know. So finally, moving ahead with the last set of words related to this topic: pesticides, solar energy, genetically modified foods or GM foods. Then electronic waste. Have you heard this term? Okay. Then industrialization, urban sprawl, one of the major contributors for environmental damage, we can say. Then water scarcity, passive smoker, then carbon footprint. All these are collocations, guys, and if you use collocations in the right context, you have a chance to get 7 or more bands in your writing section. Then domestic waste, littering, overfishing, recycling. So here are some words that indicate environmental problems as well as solutions. Maybe recycling, reusing, solar energy, all these can be measures to tackle the growing problem of environmental damage. So I hope all these words are useful and all of you are going to make use of this in the right context while you practice, and definitely achieve your target band score in the first attempt itself. By the way, we have previously launched a video on how to crack the IELTS test within 30 days. So if you are looking for a plan, a strategy, or how to manage the time and how to practice, you may watch that video. It is on our YouTube channel. And as I promised earlier, in the description box I'm going to give a link for the topic related vocabulary, which is about shopping. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you found it useful, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and do consider subscribing to our channel if you are not one of our subscribers already. And thank you so much for extending your love and support and commenting on our videos. We are very, very proud that so many students are being helped by our videos, and we hope to continue the same. Thank you so much for watching the video till the end, and happy preparation, guys.